Hey, what's up guys? Big Time Collector 01 here, back at it again with another action figure video. And today we'll be doing something different. As you can see, I have these two Superman figures here. We have the Strange Lives of Superman, and then the DC Silver Age Superman from the digital line. And we're going to do something different. I'm going to be doing a big Superman head swap video. I'm going to be swapping heads from almost every, Superman I have in my collection and putting it on these two bodies, and then putting these heads on those bodies as well to help decide or help find, just what you guys want as your definitive Superman. I mean, I already like this stock, but this is mainly to help you guys out. So let's get to it and start things off. I'm going to do things in categories, and I'll leave timestamps of each category. The first category we're going to go through are some live-action Superman head swaps. Starting off the live-action head swaps, we're going to be using Christopher Reeve first. Using the Silver Age Superman first for this swap. As you can see, the Christopher Reeve head, I actually like it a lot more than I thought I would. Of course, the skin tones don't match, so you're going to have to do some repainting. But the other way around doesn't really work. It actually doesn't, the Silver Age head doesn't actually click into place. It's actually really hard to do that, and I don't want to mess up the ball peg. But as you can see, it is a little too big for the movie body. But I actually really do like the Christopher Reeve head a lot more than I thought I would on this body. If you wanted your Christopher Reeve to be a little bulkier, this would work. And like I said, I did like how the Christopher Reeve head looked on the Silver Age body, but I actually like how it looks a lot better on the Strange Lives of Superman body. The skin tones, again, they're not a perfect match, but they match up pretty nicely. And again, I really do just like how it looks. And the Silver Age head, again, is a little too big for the body. But that's not the only head this Christopher Reeve Superman came with. As you can see, he also came with the evil Superman head from Superman 3. Putting it on the Strange Lives of Superman body first, I actually, like I said for the first one, I like how it looks. The darker colors and the skin tones match up pretty well. And the head is actually really proportionate to the body. Now putting it on the Silver Age body, it's the same thing. It's very proportionate, and again, the skin tones don't match on this one, but if you like this one, you like it. Now moving on from Christopher Reeve to Henry Cavill. The Henry Cavill head on the Silver Age body, I can't get it to go all the way down on the ball peg. I'm just having some trouble getting some heads on there right now. Maybe I'll have to heat it up, but as you can see, it's pretty proportionate. It is sitting high because it's not all the way on there. It's just resting on the ball peg, but it's pretty proportionate to the body. I don't really like how the comic book head looks on the movie body. Again, can't get the Henry Cavill head to click into place on the Strange Lives of Superman body, but I got it to go the other way around as well. And again, I'm not really liking it, but I do. If I were to get this head on this body, I would like it with these darker colors. And lastly, we have our newest live-action Superman. We have David Cornsweet. Okay, we're gonna be running into this problem a lot. I can just tell. But as you can see, popping off the head off the David Cornsweet body, the ball peg is in the head. So I'll try my best to show off some head swaps if this ever happens. I was actually able to pop out the neck peg off both the bodies. So it was easier to get this head on. It's not fully clicked into place because I don't want the neck peg to get stuck. But as you can see, it doesn't look super bad. I think it would look pretty good if you repainted it and if it actually was clicked in. And as you can see, this, the other way around, he has no neck. And it's pretty much the same thing the other way around as well. The next category we'll take a look at are figures that use the Action Comics 1000 head. A lot of people actually still prefer the Action Comics 1000 head as their main Superman head. And for this round, or this category at least, we're going to be mainly seeing the reverse. We're just going to see at least one of these heads on the bodies and vice versa, since they're all the same head. Starting things off, we have McFarlane's first Superman, the Action Comics 1000 figure. Starting off the Silver Age Superman, using that head on the Action Comics 1000 body. As you can see, it doesn't look too bad. You may need a longer neck peg because, as you can see, he has no neck. On the other hand, I couldn't get the head to click in, and as you can see, the farthest I can go is actually his neck is too long. It's the same situation with the Strange Lives of Superman head. As you can see, there is no neck, but I do really like how it looks on this body. Again, you would need another, a longer neck peg. While on the other hand, I actually did get the head to click on the, Strange Lives of Superman body, but you would need a shorter neck peg to make it work. Now moving on to the Rebirth body, as you can see, the Strange Lives of Superman head actually looks really good on this body. The skin tones on You know, they're not a perfect match, but you can actually kind of get away with it. It's very proportionate to the body. I kind of like this. Maybe if we had a more classic looking Superman, we'll try things around. So hopefully this works. The ball peg or the neck peg on the Rebirth Superman actually stayed into the head, so I used a Green Lantern neck peg since I had it nearby. And then using the Silver Age head, it works still, but I do think the head is a little bit too big. And again, you're gonna have to repaint the skin tones. And then lastly, we'll be using the gold label Action Comics 1000 Superman. Taking a look at the Silver Age head first, as you can see, it's a little too big for the body, and the skin tones don't match as well. Using the Strange Lines of Superman head on this body, it actually looks pretty good, and it's pretty proportionate, but again, he would need a longer neck peg, but I do like the colors on this one. Next, we'll use figures that use the Infected Superman body. As you can see, it's the same body mold as the Rebirth Superman, but the Infected Superman was the first figure to use it. Using the Silver Age Superman first, I have to say I really do like how the head looks on this body. And I don't have the head fully clicked into place, but I actually like it. I actually like it that way, because if I were to click it all the way in place, he wouldn't have a neck. The other way around with the Hush head, I don't think it looks super bad on the on the Silver Age body, but again, for both, you would have to repaint the skin tones. Yeah, I don't think the Hush head's gonna really look good on these bodies, but the Strange Lives of Superman head actually looks really good on the Hush body. I really do like the proportions, and it just is an overall improvement. Again, you would have to repaint the skin tones. Now moving on to the Battle Damage Superman. As you can see, the Silver Age head on the body, again, looks pretty good. I like how proportionate it is. The Battle Damage head on the Silver Age body is a little too high up. You may need a shorter neck peg, but if you want, your Superman to be a little more angry, it's a good head sculpt. But again, you would have to repaint the skin tones. And the same thing could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman. And saving the last figure in this category for last, we have the Action Comics #1 Superman. As you can see, I have the Platinum version, but I'm really excited to try out these head swaps because I really like this Superman head. Starting off with the Silver Age Superman, as you can see, the Silver Age head on this body doesn't look all too bad. I actually really do like how it looks. I did actually swap the neck pegs on these figures, that way it could fit. And the Action Comics #1 head on this body, or on the Silver Age body, looks phenomenal. I really like how that came out. And the skin tones match up pretty nicely as well. Now using the Strange Lives figure, as you can see, the head on the Action Comics #1 body doesn't look all too bad, but it just doesn't match the era. But the Silver Age, or the Action Comics #1 head on the Strange Lives body looks really good. I mean, you would have to, repaint the skin tones like I've said a million times already, but it looks great. I absolutely love this head sculpt. Now we'll be taking a look at figures that use the Dark Knight Returns body mold. Starting off with the Silver Age Superman, having that head on the Dark Knight Returns body, I'm actually liking it a lot more than I thought I would. The neck is actually not pegged in all the way. I actually did swap the neck pegs on these figures, but it does look pretty good. The other way around is just no. And then the same thing can be said about the Strange Lives head on, the Dark Knight Returns, but I think it actually looks better than I thought it would. Like, I do like the colors and the skin tones. They don't match up completely, but aren't as noticeable. The other way around, again, isn't the best, but the colors do work better. And using the Silver Age Superman head on the Return to Superman body doesn't look the worst, but it also doesn't look the best. But if you want your Superman to have a mullet, this could work. You might need a shorter neck peg, though. Same could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman body, but I really like how the darker colors look with the mullet head. Now using the Ed McGuinness style Superman, I'm not really a big fan of how the Silver Age head looks on that body, but the skin tones match up pretty nicely. But I gotta say, the Ed McGuinness head on the Silver Age body doesn't look all too bad. I mean, again, it's not in that style where he's, all bulky and stuff like how Ed McGuinness would draw his characters, but it still works. It's pretty proportionate to the body, if you ask me. And the Strange Lives of Superman body is no different. Now moving on to other Superman body types such as page punchers, and we'll take a look at Ultraman here as well. Starting off with the classic Superman, I have to say the classic Superman head on the Silver Age body looks pretty good, but you would need a shorter neck peg, and the skin tones, they don't match up too well, but you could probably fudge it. And then the other way around, yeah, as you can see, he has no neck. And then same could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman. Using the heads from each body. I'm not really a big fan of either of these. As you can see, the neck is too high on the Silver Age Superman with the New 52 head, and the New 52 head with the Silver Age head, or the New 52 body with the Silver Age head, has no neck. The same thing could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman. Using the original Ultraman first from that Target exclusive wave, I gotta say I'm not the biggest fan of the Ultraman head on the Superman body, but the Superman head and the Ultraman body, you could do something there. Both heads aren't fully clicked into place though. And then again, the Ultraman head on the Strange Lives body isn't the best, but I kind of like how the Strange Lives head looks on, the Ultraman body. Using the 2-pack Ultraman head on the Strange Lives of Superman body, I actually like that. I think that looks pretty cool. If you want like an angry, heat vision eyed Superman, this could work. I won't swap the heads on the other ones just because it's just a darker body, and I don't really care to see how this head looks on the Silver Age body. Now moving on to the next category where I think the head swaps will be much easier. We're going to be taking a look at figures that share the same body as these two, that being the Earth 2 Superman body. If you want your Superman to have a lighter blue, you can definitely use the Silver Age head on the Earth 2 body, and the skin tones match up pretty nicely as well. And the other way around works as well, but I'm not sure if you would, want to display prune face on this body. Strange Lives of Superman is a different story though. I'm not the fan of the lighter blues with this head, and I'm not a fan of the darker blues with the Earth 2 head. Next we have Justice League Task Force Superman, and the Task Force head on the, the Silver Age body, it fits well, but you would have to change the skin tones. But the Silver Age head on the Task Force body looks really nice. I mean, you'd have to get rid of that damn cell shading and swap out the neck and the wrist balls and hands, but then you would have something there. If you want to do some customizing, you could do something with it. And the same thing could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman. Next up, we have the Superman 78 figure from Page Punchers. And I'm not the biggest fan of these head swaps. I mean, they just, I don't know. It's not doing anything for me with these. This Reeves head on the Strange Lives body isn't doing much for me, but the Strange Lives head on the Page Puncher's body looks pretty good. I actually really like how proportionate it looks with the body. Just gotta get rid of that cell shading. Now moving on to the Fleischer Superman. As you can see, I really like this. I really like how the Silver Age head looks on the Fleischer body. I mean, it's definitely not accurate to the show at all, because he would always have the squinty look. But if you like how Superman has having his eyes open, that it works, and the other way around works pretty well too, and the skin tones match up pretty nicely. Now having the Strange Lives head on the Fleischer Superman body, I actually really like how the head shape looks on the body. I think the head shape is more closer to the cartoon, but of course the skin tones don't match, and the other way around is pretty good too, but again, skin tones. Now moving on to Kingdom Come, this one I'm very excited for. As you can see, the Silver Age head on the Kingdom Come body doesn't look half bad, but I'm not really the biggest fan of how the Kingdom Come head looks on the Silver Age body. The Strange Lives of Superman head doesn't look so good on the Kingdom Come body, but the Kingdom Come head look on the Strange Lives body looks really good. Definitely having an Alex Ross feel for it. You're gonna want to get rid of the white hair on the sides, but overall it looks pretty good. Skin tones don't match as well. And then for the final category, we're just going to take a look at, Superman figures that I can't really see people, like, using the bodies or the heads for, these swaps, because these are just too drastic or just don't really need to be necessary. So I'm just calling this for funsies. Starting off with the Black Suit Superman from Lois and Clark. As you can see, it actually works a lot better than I thought it would. If you want, this Superman to be shaven, you can easily use the Silver Age head. But if you want your Silver Age Superman to have a beard for some reason, it definitely works. It fits in it, the overall proportions work. And the same could be said for the Strange Lives of Superman body. I just overall think the skin tones match better here. Moving on to Injustice 2, I couldn't get the bulb or the neck peg out of the neck for the body since it just stayed in there. So as you can see, I'm using the Green Lantern neck peg here, and I can't seem to get this one pushed in all the way, but yeah, I can't see anyone using this one. Same could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman. Moving to Dark Knight's Death Metal, and I'm not really the biggest fan of this one. I just don't really like this figure in general. But the Silver Age head fits pretty well on the Dark Knight's Death Metal body, surprisingly. And not much could be said about the Strange Lives of Superman but I'm really getting Nicolas Cage vibes with the death metal head on the Strange Lives body. Next, I would use the Page Puncher's Ghost of Krypton Superman, but every time I try and take off the head, the neck just keeps wanting to pop out. So with your blessing, I'm going to skip this one. And then lastly, here's the Strange Lives of Superman head on the Rebirth body from the 2-pack. As you can see, the darker colors actually look pretty nice, and then the Rebirth head on the Strange Lives body is no. And again, I'm not showing the Silver Age Superman. I'm not going to show that off because the neck peg off the Superman body, I can't get out of the head. It's stuck in there, and I can't even get it out with pliers. So, with your blessing, we're going to skip it. There you guys have it. There's my first ever head swap video for the Silver Age Superman and the Strange Lives of Superman. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I'm going to be honest, I didn't have fun doing this one so much. So many head swaps, it hurt my hand, and I had to get pliers to get the neck peg out. But yeah, you got to be careful when you're swapping heads sometimes because the ball peg can get stuck in the neck or in the head, and you're gonna need pliers to get them out. So yeah, you're gonna want to be careful when doing some head swaps. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.